Like, I didn't make the allegations. I didn't tell people to say these things. It comes out, I see it in the news like everyone else.
Do you believe wholeheartedly that Jay's your father?
I really do.
You've been ducking this boy's DNA for all his life. Take the test.
If you got $10 million, we go, listen, young boy, I don't want the world to know nothing about this because my image, here goes some money, I'm gonna take care of you. Nobody's gonna say no.
Chances are, just out of nowhere, random universal selection, this boy who's not related to you has your nose, has your mouth, has your brow line, has your hairline. It's like all of this just by accident.
I just really want it over. It's something that's really affecting my life, and I just want it over with.
Rymir Satterthwaite grew up without knowing who his father was. But when his mother sat him down and revealed she believed it was Jay-Z, everything changed. Since then, he's been on a mission for answers. He looks like Jay-Z. He sounds like him. Side-by-side comparisons have spread the intern, but what Rymir wants most isn't validation from fans. It's accountability from the man he believes abandoned him.
And a lot of people are so quick to judge because they see somebody coming out and try to find out if the person that, trying to find out things, they so negative to push you down,
For over a decade, he's faced doubt, rejection, and legal blockades. But he's never stopped pushing forward. That kind of persistence is either delusion or it's the desperate pursuit of truth. Either way, people are listening and his voice is getting louder.
If it's not, why you can't prove me wrong? Like, it's not far as a proving me wrong thing. It's go to the courtroom and basically do what everybody else would have to do. Like, it's not, you don't have to prove me wrong. I just want the truth. Honestly, I can take a no. I can take, if I'm embarrassed at the end of the day, I can take that. I really can. I've been through a lot, I've seen a lot. I could take me being embarrassed.
According to Wanda, Rymir's mother, she was only 16 when she met Jay-Z in 1992. He was reportedly 22. She claims he took her from Philly to Brooklyn, where she stayed briefly before he vanished. Soon after, she discovered she was pregnant. This isn't just a love affair gone wrong. True, this crosses legal lines, potentially federal ones.
Sean Carter, that's what she was calling him at first before she was calling it Jay-Z. And I really didn't know who that was because I was young and, had my little brother and I really wasn't worrying about it. She was saying it a lot, but I really just was going along with the person I was just seeing, like the person I looked at who was taking care of me at that time. I really wasn't really trying to understand what my mom was talking about, but she constantly put it in my head like, son, it's not your father, and I really want you to know it is. This person is your father, and I just want you to know. And she continued to tell me that over the years and over the years and over the years.
Transporting a minor across state lines for indecent purposes is a crime. And while no criminal charges were ever filed, the ethical weight of this allegation is heavy. Wanda passed away before seeing justice. But her story never changed, and her son is still fighting to make it heard. If she was right, Jay-Z didn't just disappear. He ran.
What are your thoughts on the allegations against Jay-Z?
That was interesting. When I was saying things, not knowing exactly what I was saying, but I was going with, like, where's Jay at? He's mad quiet. Like while the Puffy thing was going on. But it's obvious now that his team was being made aware that he was in those allegations also. So I hope it works out, because with his family, the things that go on internally those accusations are crazy.
50 Cent isn't just trolling Jay-Z anymore. He's declared war. He's funding a lawsuit that could expose the biggest scandal hip-hop has ever seen. At the center, a 32-year-old man named Rymir Satterthwaite who claims Jay-Z is his biological father. And now, 50 is covering Rymir's legal costs while producing a documentary that connects Jay-Z, Diddy, and decades of hidden secrets.
The new lawsuit coming with Jay, the part with Jay, I go, oh, shoot, like,
to us, black excellence.
that had to be there.
We getting tighter, you know what I'm saying? And united we stand, and ain't nothing else.
Black excellence, they're sitting there like, yeah. It's the billionaire brunch. You're like,
I hate you, man.
Unaware of anything going on here. This is the one time I'm gonna be with you this year. Yeah. Come on, bro.
This isn't about petty internet beef anymore. It's about power, silence, and the one man who refuses to take a DNA test. 50's involvement made this public. It made it dangerous. And it made people wonder, if Jay-Z has nothing to hide, why has he spent over a decade running from one simple test? With more than 10 years of legal chaos, a judge has finally ruled. The paternity case will move forward. Jay-Z has until July 18th to respond or face consequences. This isn't some tabloid story, it's a court-verified legal action. And this time, the world is watching.
Rymir Satterthwaite, Wanda's son. She had it when she was 16. It takes 40 weeks to cook a baby. That means she was 15 when she got pregnant. Age of consent in Pennsylvania is 17. Was then, is now. And she was taken across state lines from Pennsylvania to an apartment in New York. Oops.
Rymir has been fighting since he was 19. The only thing he's ever asked for is the truth. Not money, not fame, just a test. Jay-Z has the resources to end this in a heartbeat, but he hasn't. And with 50 Cent now documenting everything, Jay-Z's silence is starting to look like a strategy.
That's when I start saying crazy stuff, because I look and I go, oh, that's your big homie, right? And so you image yourself after a gay painter. The big homie want to look like a gay painter.
What are we talking about here?
We're talking about Basquiat. He wants to look like a gay painter.
Oh my God, I think I know where we're going with this.
One that may have worked for years until now. This is the part that frustrates people most. Jay-Z could end this in a day. A simple cheek swab and that's it. But for years, he's done everything except that. His lawyers have fought on technicalities, claiming wrong jurisdiction, improper filings, and irrelevant property ownership. But they've never simply said, let's prove he's not the father. The silence feels deliberate, calculated. And every time the court delays, every time a lawyer makes a new excuse, the public trust erodes. If you had nothing to hide, wouldn't you want to clear your name? Wouldn't you want to protect your legacy? The refusal to test doesn't just raise eyebrows anymore, it's raising suspicion.
It's something crazy going on with this case. Honestly, I just want everybody in the world just to keep their eyes open and just watch things that happen, that just like how things unfold, because it's crazy. It really is crazy.
The legal timeline is a maze. Cases filed, dismissed, and refiled. One court said Jay-Z couldn't be tested because he didn't own property in New Jersey. Rymir's team provided evidence that he did. Till nothing moved. Some suspect the system is protecting a billionaire. Others believe it's deeper: collusion, fraud, lawyers playing dirty. Rymir has spent his own money chasing this case for over 10 years. Meanwhile, Diddy's team remains well-funded, well-connected, and silent. Judges change, evidence gets lost, and paperwork mysteriously vanishes. If this happened to someone without fame, it would be outrageous. But happening in the shadows of one of hip-hop's biggest names? It's starting to look like a cover-up. Some insiders say Beyoncé has known about this for years and worked to keep it buried. According to one source, someone in her camp told Rymir to go away, little boy.
Beyonce thing came when a friend of mine who knew her, somebody in her camp, and she said something supposedly, this is all hearsay, about regarding saying Rymir needs to go away, little boy, something to that effect. There was something out there.
No lawsuits have ever involved her directly, but the speculation hasn't stopped. Beyoncé is more than a pop star. She's a brand and a global icon. This scandal doesn't just touch Jay-Z, it taints everything they've built together. Did she intervene to protect their empire? Or has she been left in the dark? Either way, her silence speaks volumes. If this case explodes in court, Beyoncé may not be able to stay in the background much longer. Here's where things get even more messy. As Diddy faces a legal storm of his own, people are noticing overlaps between his world and Jay-Z's. They share deals, lawyers, friends, and now maybe secrets. Rumors suggest that some of Diddy's scandals could implicate others in the industry. Could Jay-Z be one of them?
How old was she?
I would say I think she was about 16, 17, or 16, just turning 16 or 17. I know it was one of them.
And Jay-Z was what age?
I wouldn't happen to know. I think was he in his 20s?
I read 22.
Oh, yeah.
Well, I think I read 22, but he was in his 20s.
Yes, I wouldn't happen to know his age, but 22, I'm pretty sure if they put that out there, then...
People are speculating about NDAs, hush money, and a code of silence among hip-hop's elite. If even a fraction of these connections are real, Rymir's case could be just one part of a much bigger story, one the industry desperately wants to keep hidden. Rymir's godmother, Lily, claims Jay-Z's team once wanted to settle privately. She says there were talks of putting Rymir on a record label, recognizing his musical talent, offering help. But that changed. Lawyers got involved. The tone shifted. Suddenly, it was all denials and shut doors. Lily stood by Wanda when she gave birth. She knew the timeline, knew the fear, and now she's one of the only people still publicly defending them. In interviews, Lily has described harassment, intimidation, and legal threats, but she hasn't backed down. They wanted this to disappear, she said, but I won't let them erase the truth. In 2011, the man listed on Rymir's birth certificate, Robert Graves, took a DNA test, came back negative. He wasn't the father. That should have been a turning point. If Robert wasn't the dad, and Wanda only claimed to have been with him and Jay-Z, there weren't many options left. But instead of opening the door to a paternity test with Jay-Z, the case stalled again. Jay-Z's legal team argued procedural issues, not biological facts. And while Graves was legally removed from the birth certificate, Rymir still didn't get the one test that mattered. One paternity closed, the other still avoided.
But my thing is this, like, this is how easy it is. First of all, kids come before everything.
Yeah.
I mean, because you're going to have problems with your kids sometimes, but if you got if you got $10 million, we go, listen, young boy, I don't want the world to know nothing about this because my image, here goes some money, I'm going to take care of you. Nobody's going to say no. You're my son, I love you, I'm going to give you money, I just don't want nobody to know about this. It's easy to manage. The fact,
yeah, but that starts with extortion. That's the first step of extortion.
No, but
once you give someone some money, you are now an ATM.
So you saying someone, no, your son. Like, there's a difference between someone and your son that you made. Right or wrong?
Still a stranger though, you don't know.
It don't matter, but if you made him, he's a stranger because of you.
Yeah.
That's true. He's a stranger because of you if you're a stranger. You know what I mean? So my thing is, if you my son, my thing is, I think a son is something all men want, a son.
Yeah.
If once you have a son, you don't care. If he was 40 and you just met him, he's your son. You be like, yo, especially if you got the means to just do whatever you want. That's the thing I think a regular person like me don't understand.
For years, most people ignored this story. A man claiming to be Jay-Z's son sounded like gossip. But now the details are impossible to ignore. Court ruling, 50 Cent's involvement, the underage timeline, the growing mountain of receipts. People on social media are changing their tone. Why doesn't Jay-Z just take the test, they ask. What's he hiding? Some hardcore fans still defend him. Others aren't so sure anymore. The silence is working against him. In an era where powerful men are finally being held accountable, Jay-Z's refusal to engage looks less like dignity and more like fear. Jay-Z built his empire on authenticity, the rags to riches story, the business mogul hustle, the image of a man who rose above the chaos. But now, many fans are feeling conflicted. For years, Jay-Z was the blueprint, cultural icon. But when someone comes forward with a credible claim, backed by court documents, physical resemblance, and years of consistent testimony, and still gets ignored, people start to question the integrity behind the icon. Comments online are shifting. I used to look up to him, one fan wrote. Now I can't unsee the resemblance. If Jay-Z loses public trust, it won't just hurt his image. It'll damage the brand he spent decades building. This is the question that no one in Jay-Z's camp wants to answer. What if the DNA test confirms it? If Rymir really is his son, the fallout would be enormous. Legal, personal, financial, public, it would all come crashing down. Jay-Z's silence may have bought him time, but a positive result now would retroactively paint his every move as deception. Not just from a personal standpoint, but in the eyes of the court and the public. Think about it, 30 years of denial, a decade of legal resistance, and the possibility that he knowingly ghosted his own son. That's the truth. Even Beyoncé might not be able to save the empire from collapsing. Jay-Z built his life on bars, business, and brilliance. But in 2025, the one thing threatening to destroy it all isn't a diss track. It's a DNA test. One man, one claim, one court ruling. That's all it's taken to start unraveling a legacy. The July 18th deadline is coming fast. Will Jay-Z finally take the test? Or will the delays, the silence, and the rumors keep piling up? Either way, this isn't just a legal matter anymore. It's a question of truth, identity, and power. Because no matter how big your empire is, one secret son can bring it all crashing down. So who's gonna be the next person in the limelight? Please like and subscribe for more of the latest celebrity news and updates. I'll see you all in the next one.